hadamadin ila nyantolum preji kendomi annun ji senengo hadamadin wo hadamadin ila nyantolum preji kendomi annun ji hadamadin wo hadamadin ila nyantolum preji kendomi annun ji senengo adabe hadamadin la baluwole kono annun hadamadin ka fengo fen dundi akono kono ayanda ke ku senengo ayke kuti mi yalo ko ata hadamadin mantora madingul one stop water solutions limited ibi jande gambia banko kan annun ye fitarole natal me yalo ko isala jiol kende andi anu isa senen inatale pour ka ji kendo ji senengo natale gambia banko kan jio mi yalo ko atal mantora la annun jio diata baaki one stop water solutions limited ye filtarle natal me yalo ko alse muna fangano la alla pompol isala jiol tenteng ya senendi coming alla fala nyame naketa pompoti bang abo hono fo nawek la pipe wala a filter sifa o sifa one stop solutions ya natale 10-inch filter set of 3 ya sotale filter me yalo ko asidiyota aya tenteng natara bankole ba kono fa kenyo wala kankan be bije isa be bon filter fana member ko 12-inch set of 3 filter me yalo ko asidiyota aya dada aya senendi mensebeta alla jata kendato o fana sotale CTO block carbon filter o fana mu filter mi yalo ko asi chemical o bonnino jiol kono le mensebeta alla jata kendaya filter member ko CTO block carbon mensi jiola chemical o be bondi akono pour ka alla jata kendaya sahen nim filter sabol be kiliwo kilina pansundoku na wata tankol fana sotale kabrim 500 5000 fokata 10000 liters plumbing fittings fana be mol bulle alsemol tarano sukuta highway mariama kunda johnson wala ismol kumandi 505 5691 796 8270 one stop water limited solutions inatale ka jiko be sonende gambia banko.
Good morning there. You're watching QTV this morning and I am your host Jennifer Sonko here with my amazing co-host. I'm actually mad at him today. I'm so mad at him for reasons we will delve into, but he's here with me. I'll just allow him to say hi first before I talk about the reason.
Good morning to each and every person watching this program right now. I'm Jay Buma Mere.
Man mere na.
Somo mere man fuma dem.
Ah man how ma nga uti foy duga.
Somo mere luma def.
Naka la ko def. How ma sa naka nga ko def. Ah yow mané la nga solal ma retey.
Waaw.
Ah mané la nga solal ma retey nga ma solal pitch.
Comme nuñ ko xamé rek.
Yow war nga def lolu.
Tay Valentine la way mu ngi melni digala dañu warona majale digala nonu la apologize na man ma togn.
Wa affaire si du maajal de. affaire si mooy. man dama la bëggoon a gis si reet rek pour man. waaw man loolu laa bëggoon. loolu mënuloo ma ko defal.
Why man the red that I have for you is in the heart.
The
red is in the heart.
kon bàyyi naa
boobu moo gën a dip.
moo gën a dip de man bàyyi naa.
mën naa sol mbuba ma ne la jëy.
waaw
red bi pour yow la. waaye gis nga red bu ma la amal dip in the heart.
boobu si biir a biir la
moo gën a cool.
anyway because tey dañ dee wax ne tey mooy bési loof ma bëgg a xam rek yow sa loof naka nga ko dee dundee comme yow tey lan nga foog ne la góor war a ut si jigéen you know pour mun a build a strong foundation to the extent of marrying the person ba jot si ay njaboot yow lan nga foog ne la borom war a seet.
waaw dëgg la xam nga góor yi most of them are busy ñu ngi ut a wife material waaye man dama believe ne jigéen danga koo defar understand nga mun ngaa gis jigéen bu jógee ate because ñun yëpp background yu ñu jógee du benn ngaa gis ki nga xam ne mu ngi jógee at a very crazy background waaye yow yaa koo téye nga xicca ko you know because da nga gis ay potential si moom nga ne kii war naa mun a nekk a wife material so jigéen
what is wife material wife material exists
waaw soo déggee wife material mooy it's a person bi nga xam ne dina mun a ñëw toog ngeen sëy soo leen sëyee ngeen muñalante waaye tey nag xale yi muñ mooy problème
xale yi comme suma zaari ni
you know waaye yow dang dee muñ because at some point daf dee am yenn pression yoo dee muñ loolu man I can attest to that waaye dang dee mun a waaye gis nga muñalante ba pare jigéen bi nga xam ne daf laa won ne you know yow yaa ma moom in the sense that nekkut su ma yaa ma moom it's slavery waaye yow yaa ma moom in the sense you know yaa ngi woon góor bi ne you know moom mooy sa jëkkër mooy sa kilifa because ñun suñ diine loolu la ñu won kilifa understand waaye tam nekkul ne comme góor bi dafa war a jël advantage boobu noonu si kaw jigéen bi waaw wife material is very important ki nga xam ne daf laa muñal because tey dañ ñaan suñ sëyee buñ taagoo comme nuñ ko dee pikas ak peel
wow thank you for joining us Mr. Ade he's collecting his glasses there with class you know, with class.
Are you husband material?
Mr. Ade, I was coming to that question, you know.
I beg
just
your
there,
pardon.
allow me to hit it. Allow me to hit, please.
I think
he is saying
for me,
wife material, and he gave a definition of what wife material is.
For me,
do you think wife material exists? And if it does, what does it mean to you?
It's an interesting one because I think everybody mentally, they have their version of what they, if they're looking for a wife, they have an idea of what that person, and sometimes the qualities that they want to see in that person, and sometimes you might have a list of 10, and you might meet somebody who has 7 of those, and you think, oh, well, yeah, okay, and it's vice versa. There are women who look for a certain type of man,
exactly,
husband material. You hear it said all the time. And you know,
when you talk about husband material, for me, I think material, a husband material means a person, manam, a person who they yerim.
Okay, let me answer that.
Yes,
I'll answer that. But before I answer that, I want to know, you know, what do you look out for? What do you look out for in a woman? Or what should people look out for in a woman?
I know people. I know people in this office. Yeah. The things that they look out for in a woman.
Me, I'm asking my boss. Like excuse me, it's my boss in front of me.
You know, I'm a human being, and you know, as you
let us be very honest here.
Yes, yes.
Jay, I want us to be honest.
Okay,
don't
let him
say it's your boss. It's our boss, but let's be honest.
I will be honest. I mean, you know, because I've been married and divorced.
Yeah.
So, you know, that tells you that, you know, we don't always get it right. And I have to say, you know, for me, the person has to be intelligent. They have to be kind, caring. They have to be honest. And if I'm totally honest, they have to be good looking. Let's not pretend.
Absolutely.
You know, we could pretend that that's not true, but it's not.
No, that's the truth.
You know, I remember once with some of my cousins, some of my female cousins and my sisters, we had this huge argument. Okay. Because they were saying that, oh, you know, why is it that men, you know, go after attractive women? I said, well, women go after attractive men too. But what tends to happen is, if you see somebody, you've never met them for the first time, you don't know how intelligent they are, you don't know how funny they are, you don't know anything about them. What is it that draws you to them? There has to be an attraction, and a lot of the time it's a physical attraction that draws you to that person. You might like or not like them as time goes on, but what was the initial thing that drew you to them? People sometimes are not honest. They say, no, we want a man. Okay, if I'm sitting here like this, how do you know that I'm honest, kind, caring, and so on, unless you come and speak to me? Right. And what made you come and speak to me? Is it because I look grumpy and whatever? No, you might have been attracted to me in some way. Physical way. And that's why, but so sometimes people don't want to admit that. They like to say, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter, and let's not pretend or let's not lie about it. It's a fact.
But Mr. Ade, I agree with that half and half. For me, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm being honest. Like the looks aspect.
But you know, I'm using that initial thing. Honestly. What is it that made you? Sometimes you might hear somebody talking and they're quite funny and witty, and and that might be the thing. Oh, that guy's quite funny. Or that woman's quite funny. Let me go and talk. So sometimes it might be. It's not always the case, but many times.
For me,
when I was marrying my wife,
and it's not shallow.
The first feature that I looked at, although you cannot see it, it's invincible. That's her discipline. Okay. You understand? Then I looked at her beauty.
Okay, her beauty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her beauty drives me crazy.
It does. Yes. Well, for me, it's to be honest, my friends can attest to the fact that it's not about the person's looks. You know, to talk.
So you've dated lots of ugly men?
No, it's not like I've dated.
I believe that Jennifer will not like to follow a man that Mr. looks like a baboon.
For me, when you speak, I decide when you speak. When you speak, that is when I get to decide. I am an individual who values conversation so much.
Okay, let me ask another question. We talk about equality and so on. Have you been in a situation where you are the one who has made the initial approach to the man? Because a lot of times, us men, we're always the ones who make approach to it. And then because of this whole Me Too movement now, a lot of men are scared of doing that because, you know, you go and speak to them like, you know, why are you hitting on me? You know, like, so, I mean, have you made the, in the case of myself, it was my ex-wife who actually contacted a friend say, oh, I like that guy.
Yeah.
Will you introduce us?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I've never spoken to a person before. Like, okay, a scenario is when you both just like each other automatically. That happens where there's no need for anyone to just talk to anyone. You just started talking and it just connects. You guys just gel and it goes. Yeah. Whereby no one has to tell anyone that you like each other.
I mean,
yes, that has happened to me.
Sometimes I get confused. Yeah. You've seen women, they like handsome men. You understand? They like handsome men.
Sometimes.
But at times you'll see a woman marrying a man that looks like a baboon. But when you look at the man's history, you will know the man is wealthy.
Excuse me?
Is it so?
Well,
is it true women, some women are attracted to money?
Well,
just want to know.
That is just in some cases. And also, there's nothing wrong with wanting to marry someone who has money. But it's by choice.
I know people who've left.
I just want to know.
Wealthy. I know women who've left very wealthy friends of mine.
Exactly.
Even though those guys were really rich.
Exactly. I've seen that too.
It didn't force the woman to stay in the marriage because, you know, the marriage was no longer workable.
It goes beyond money.
And so for all the money that they were going to be kind of losing out on, if you want to put it like that, they still left the marriage. Yeah. So it can happen.
And also, it's by choice. If an individual wishes that, you know, that's what they want, for me, it's okay to want it and get it.
The reason why
I hope my mother-in-law is watching now, my ex-mother-in-law, because we're friends now, but she'll take this in the right spirit. But she once said to me that she was upset that my now ex-wife married me because she said there were lots of rich men that wanted to marry her. Okay. Why did she marry somebody
She chose
poor?
you, yeah.
And she said she stupidly told me she married for love.
Yeah.
Which, you know, some people do.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I asked that
I think she's in the Gambia right now and she's probably
most
watching.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Most people tend to think women marry men that are not good looking because of money. I mean, you will hear society talk about it. Dafa ñaaw why post bi mu ngi diis.
It's by choice.
People talk about that a lot.
But you know, it's in the
but
same.
now, do you know men are also going for wealthy women?
Of course, that's never. It's not a case of now. It's always been the case. You know, but I mean, there are men who they're good at talking. So even when we were growing up, there were some friends of ours who, amongst the group, they might not have been deemed the most attractive, but they seemed to be getting the most women because they had this. They could talk. They had lyrics. You know.
I know a friend of mine who met the wife in a taxi when they were going, and she ended up being a husband like to that lady.
I met my fiance because I said the magic words. I have just been to the Gambia and I had a fantastic time. Yeah. And she happened to be standing behind me and said, "Oh, I used to live there. I used to teach in the Gambia." And we started chatting that day. I'll never forget it. It was my birthday party and she'd been invited by one of my cousins. And that was the day we became an item.
Oh, wow.
That very day.
That's great. Well, for me, like I said, it's about what you have to offer. When you talk, what can, like, I value conversation so much. I'm this kind of person who will come every day with an idea to say, oh, what do you think about this? I do that to you all the time. So it has to be, my partner has to be a smart individual, because I'm going to come to you with a lot of ideas, with things that I want to do, crazy things that I want to do. So if I come and there's no way you're able to guide me or even have a conversation around that, I'm afraid it might not work.
So for all those guys who keep saying to me, oh, I really like that Jennifer Sonko, only smart guys need apply.
You have to be smart. You know, if you're not, then at some point the guy will have to even leave, because I know I talk about things a lot, things that I see around me, things that I want to do, things that I want to, you know, push for. And also beyond that, your attitude has to be in a way that you'll be able to inspire my kids.
And you know, with me, one of the things that people think is odd is that I like somebody with a sense of humor. I can honestly tell you and the world that I actually broke up with somebody because she just didn't have a sense of humor. And I can't live with somebody like that. Because with me, I'm somebody who, those who know me, I like to play tricks and jokes and joke with people, and I want somebody who can reciprocate. And if the person is just kind of, no, it can't work. It can't work for me.
All right. So Ibrahim, what else do you look out for?
Well,
your wife is watching. So.
Yeah, you talked about her beauty and her discipline.
Her discipline. I mean, you know, she is caring. I mean, very, very caring, and she takes good care of my family, my kids, you know, everybody in the compound.
You just said an important word. Another thing that is important to me is family.
Yeah.
So any time I've ever gone out with anybody, the first thing I've done is introduce them to my family.
That's good.
my family and I, we spend a lot of time together. We
Right.
even have a kind of internal family language that we speak.
Oh, wow.
Which lots of code words that nobody else outside of the family knows. So whenever any of us is dating, we will always say, oh, you better come and meet my family. And that's like a must. Because every birthday, every anniversary, normally we used to gather at my house in London. Everybody would gather, the family would gather.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interaction between the family. It's something that we inherited from our parents. Our parents would always meet on special occasions at one particular house. I don't know how it became my house, but you know, that's how it's been. So, you know, the partner would have this thing of, sometimes they'd be scared, like, oh my God, I'm going to meet your family. What are they going to think of me? I said, just relax, you know. But, you know, each person, either my siblings or my cousins, whenever they were dating somebody, they would have this moment when they would bring the person to the family.
Oh, wow.
You've also
amazing.
mentioned something that caught my attention, I mean, dating. I think many people now tend to think if you don't date a person for some time, you won't know the person. And if you eventually marry the person, your marriage might not work. Is that true?
That's interesting. I mean, I mentioned earlier I'm divorced. I mean, there can be all sorts of reasons for divorce. And in terms of dating, when I was back when I was a practicing Muslim, we tried to set up it's called Islamic Marriage Network.
Yeah.
Iman for short. We thought we were being clever. But what that was, we had lots of men from West Africa who had gone to England, and they were looking for, they weren't into dating as such. But what they would do is they would go out with women supervised.
Yeah.
You know, they were chaperoned.
Yeah.
And so that way they got to know the person and talk to them. And I have to say, sort of 10, 15 years on, all of those people that we introduced, they're all still married.
Well,
Right? So I
for
think,
me, actually, I did not date my wife.
Oh, you guys just got married.
We
Amazing.
did not. You know, I am one person who is against that notion that you have to date
Get
at
to know
some
each other.
point. You know each other.
So you guys just gel
for a few years. Well, I mean, it's a matter of, you will know the person.
Wow.
Well, you will know the person. You will know her family.
Okay.
I mean, at some point, you will be visiting the family.
Okay. But you've dated other people before.
Well, I mean, well, that's a skeleton in the
But you've
cupboard.
dated other people. Let's be honest here. You've dated other people.
Not very serious anyway.
Well,
Anyway, enough with the love stories.
Well, it's Valentine. You're wearing red,
Yeah,
which
I'm
is the
wearing
color
red.
for
We are
Valentine.
just trying to put these things out there. I mean,
He
yeah.
wants to say he has never dated before, Mr.
Well,
Adi. He cannot tell me that.
No, I'm
Well,
only dating Jay.
No, he can't say that on air.
Jay
He'd be in trouble.
No, come on.
You can't
Jay-
say you've
Jay
never
is-
dated.
That
He
was
can
before
on
I
air.
got married.
Okay,
I
but
mean,
you've dated before.
that was before I got married.
Why? Man, the fuck you have dated. Like, man, I'm
I'm gonna kill Korka today.
Trust
Today
me.
he's gonna
Trust
die.
me. Listen, ladies out there, he's just said something magical. He's just said something magical before I got married.
No, before I got
please,
married.
can
I
I
did
just
not
say?
date.
Can I-
The only lady that I'm dating right now is Jainaba.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we all talk. I think we have similar things that we look out for,
I think
you know. But I do not believe in wife material, husband material for me. You know, it's. I just feel like it shouldn't be too strict or specific. But you said something. If you're looking for 10 things in a man or in a woman, obviously, if you have 6 or 7, then you eventually go for it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm the one in that position right now because I'm not married. I'm the one still scouting, looking for some of the things that I'm looking for in a man. So hopefully someday I'll also sit here and say, oh, I got 8 out of 10.
And you know that there's no magic formula, because
Yeah.
what was amusing was that even as I was going through my divorce,
Yeah.
because my friends didn't know and they thought I was wise, when they were having their marital problems, they were coming to me.
Oh, wow.
So I found it quite ironic that I was, you know, we were going through the court system and so on, but I hadn't told anybody
Okay.
apart from my brothers and sisters
Yeah.
and my mother. No one else knew that we were going through a divorce. So friends were coming to me on a weekly basis with
Okay.
their, you know, and I would kind of give them advice and so on. There's no magic formula.
There's
but
none.
sometimes you can kind of look at your own experience. Because each, you know, every time you go to a wedding, you hear people who are older talking about, we've been married for 56 years, do what we do, and you will be married for 56 years too.
Yeah.
Listen, no two people are alike. Just
Yeah.
because it worked for you two doesn't mean it's going to
it'll
work for
the
this
next
couple.
person.
So, you know, it's
Yeah. So for me, just be smart. Just be smart to be able to have my crazy conversations. And the fact that I get angry easily sometimes. But I'm working on that. I'm working on the
anger
fact.
management.
Yes, there's a lot of anger management around it. I'm going to stop saying these things because before Ali Jallo thinks I'm trying to open applications for people to send in applications. I don't want it to seem that way. It doesn't mean I'm ready to mingle.
As we leave here, there will be an application of the desk from a guy who will say,
there's no day that goes by.
I'm smart and I'm a psychologist who deals in anger management.
People believe I have this connection with Jenaba. And there is no day that goes by someone didn't tell me, boy, what about Geneva?
Talk to her.
I'll start sending my request now.
Okay, that's fine, but just make sure they're smart and you know they can handle me. So enough with the love stories and all of that. It's just important we have this. And I know for people who are married, every day is Valentine's Day for you. Every day is a Valentine's Day. You know, I know something extra will be happening, inshallah. You know, he's excited to go back home. So yes, we take a look at the African proverb today. And also, unfortunately, we will not be dealing with newspaper review today. There's no newspaper. So today there will be no...
I heard on the radio coming in, they were saying that one of the reasons why they didn't have the newspapers was because of electricity problems at the printers.
Wow.
So that might be why we are without.
So today we will not be taking a look at the newspaper review. On Community Watch, we have Community Watch, we have social issues today, and on social issues we'll be taking a look at International Women's Day, challenges and opportunities, as well as the founding of the She Awards, which is a way of just celebrating women and motivating young girls. And we are joined by we'll be joined by representatives from there. And on the Click segment we'll be joined by Buba Fatis, Kingman Sweezy, to take us through what is happening in the world of entertainment. And don't forget that One Stop Water Solution is part of our sponsors, as well as Surau Camara Unified IT Institute. So Ibrahima, what is our African proverb?
All right, I mean, interesting
I love it.
Stories out there, Mr. Ade.
Some interesting stories, but she asked you what the African proverb is.
Okay, let's take a look at the African proverb. If your only tool is a hammer, you will see every problem as a nail.
If your only tool is a hammer, you will see every problem as a nail. So.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. There are some people who are managers, and when they look at my management style, I get criticized a lot. Oh, you know, you're too soft on your staff and things like that. And they think that for every misdemeanor that a member of staff does, you have to sanction them, whether it's a warning letter or tell them off or shout at them. And that is their style, you know. And so everything that happens, it's a problem. It's like, sometimes, you know, and I used to train managers, and I used to say to them, every time something happens with your staff, don't assume anything until you've spoken to them, because you might make an assumption about, I'm going to deal with them, and then you find out that actually there was something quite serious, which is why they didn't come in today or the day before and so on. I mean, and it can be quite, I'll give what I would think would be a perfect, I used to, when I worked in the UK, there was a lady who was one of my staff. She didn't come in for 3 days, and you know, when she did come in, there's something not quite right about her, you know. But my boss called me and said, I hope you're going to give her a warning letter. But I thought, you know, this is unlike her. She was usually very punctual and so on. And you know what had happened? The husband had beaten her to the point where she'd been hospitalized. But she was too embarrassed to say. Now, if I'd given that person a warning letter and then found out later, I would have felt really terrible.
Yeah, that would have been.
So, no, I called her into a room, and then she admitted and showed me all the details from the hospital and so on. So sometimes, you know, managers need to kind of tread softly with your staff. So I give that as an example.
I think this proverb is also telling us there are many ways to kill the cat.
To skin a cat is the phrase.
You just don't approach a problem with one solution. There are many ways of, solving a particular problem. So it's telling us all that, Jenna.
Yeah, for me, if your only tool is a hammer, you will see every problem as a nail. For me, it has to do with whenever there's a scenario or a challenge or something negative, the way you approach it is important, and the way you if you approach it in a negative way, it turns out negative.
Sure.
You know, if there's a challenge and you are negative about it and it's not looking for solutions to end it, it will never end.
Right.
So as an individual, the way you look at things determines the outcome of everything.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be positive about it, be optimistic. If you're not, then it will turn out negative, because if you have the hammer and everything that you see is a nail, then everything turns out negative for you.
Yes.
Because obviously it has to do with harming somebody or destroying something.
Yeah, heavy-handed approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it is very important that when we have a problem or when we're looking at something that we want to solve, we just be optimistic and just be positive about it, and then it will turn out so. And even if it doesn't turn out, then you know, it's something that you'll be willing to learn from, because you've peacefully accepted it. Then you get to have some lessons learned.
I'm smiling because Jennifer and everybody else in the newsroom knows that sometimes something happens and everybody says a problem, and then they'll come to me and I say, nobody died. You know, so really, how big a problem? Nobody died.
Yeah. So as long as nobody died, let's just look for solutions, you know, and
solve
just walk
it
towards
and
it.
move on.
Yes, sometimes,
you know, don't dwell
I mean,
on it.
the way managers approach particular problems, I mean, tend to make their staff look so crazy. I mean, at times it discourages people.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to suppress them.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
At some point, they won't be able to deliver. Because I think there is a way of solving such kind of problems. There is a way of approaching each and every person. You know, Mr. Ade, if a person can tame a lion and be a friend with that lion, I mean, I think you can tame a human being and train him or her the way you want it to be.
I think that's very true. Looking at me, myself as an individual, I love fighting back so much, but I think I'm improving when it comes to that. At some point when I was growing up, I couldn't ignore. I'm still working on it. It's not perfect.
You mean you don't let things go?
I don't let things go.
No,
I don't let things go. I always fight back.
Yeah.
I'm always ready to just fight back. Although as I'm growing, I'm improving on that. And improving on that is really giving me peace of mind that there are just certain things that you have to ignore. You don't have to give it relevance and all of that. Just let go, and that's it. It might be hard, but still, just, you know.
I mean, the fighting back that you're talking about, which is why, you know, if any of my classmates from primary school are watching this, they'll say, yeah, that guy who was always getting regularly caned.
Yeah, me.
Because honestly, if I was in a class and a teacher said something that was wrong, I would challenge it. But that was how I was brought up, not in a rude way.
Okay.
But they would always take it as you were being insubordinate,
and
you were being insulting and so on. And they would line you up in front of the class and cane you.
So
I got caned a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much. I got caned too. Thank you so much for joining us. I wouldn't say newspaper review today. Thank you for joining us on our love segment as well as on the African proverb today.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll head right on to social issues, and we'll be looking at International Women's Day, challenges and opportunities, as well as the founding of She Awards the Gambia, meant to recognize women as well as motivate girls. We'll be right back.
Begin your SUV life. S-Pass Motors, the new authorized dealer for Kia. Visit us today or call us on 3522-222, 353-2222.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. QCell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
nga noro tarale birin dunia be datila ada ben na baluwo konole nsulata noro pour kan na dokuwol ke kan na bungol lo kan na fengol fi hanim fanan kan na kanunyol je noro ka kuwol sone yande woto kiwsel ya kiw pawa sanya kutole nati isela kas pawa sotono katabake anin nyin kiwsel la nyin kot kuto ila dunia malandi anin nyin star 363 has katabake hanna tara ibela suwo kono ila ofiso anin dulalu star 363 has kumandi sign kiw pawa ki la dunia malandi kiwsel suñu bos ntolle nga silo walang dole mol noma
danga bëgg jot sa xaalis si num gëna gaawé te yobba légui ak Ria mun nga jot sa xaalis bayeko sa bitim réew si sa kiw money te do si fay dara bo joté ab xibaar si sa téléphone bi ne jot nga koppar bu bayeko sa bitim réew mun nga dem seet kiw money agent bu la gëna jege jot sa xaalis te do si fay dara bu la neexee mun nga ko jëndé crédit kiw power wala jëfandikoo ak yeneen kiw money service yi gaaw na wóor na te noppale na pour am si lu la wóor woo ñu si 133 kiw money suñu kalpe lii dafa ànd ak sarta
I am the light goddess. Everything I touch turns into light. I am the light at the end of the tunnel, and my technology is the answer. I am the happiness in your life. I keep you connected, and I am Q Power. I am QCell. I am Sunyabos. We innovate, others follow. Call 111 for more information. Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So after dealing with the love segment here, as well as an African proverb, a very interesting one, now we'll be heading right on to social issues, and we'll be talking about International Women's Day, the challenges and opportunities for women, as well as the founding of the She Awards Gambia, where women are recognized for the amazing work that they're doing across the country, as well as using it as an opportunity to motivate girls. I know the last time we had a conversation on women in politics, considering the fact that there are not a lot of role models to just encourage young people. So with this awards, we believe it's an opportunity to get more young people venture into the different fields that these women who have been recognized are into already. So we're joined by the founder of She Awards the Gambia. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Jay. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and a sister and a friend. I will not be formal with you. I'll say Kinta. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Jennifer.
Yes, so let's start with just International Women's Day before we get into the awards, considering the fact that, you know, this is existing in relation to that. It's connected, considering that these women are recognized within that month, you know. So before the coming of the She Awards, how did you see the celebration of International Women's Day in the country, putting the She Awards aside? I'm not about to preempt what you might say, but there's a probability that you weren't really okay with the way it was celebrated, and you felt like something needed to be added.
Yes, definitely. We see that during International Women's Day, I think usually there's a march past that the ministry organizes, and then that's just in the morning. We go march and then everybody goes home. So there's not really something that, you know, shows that we're celebrating women on that specific day like it is done in specific countries. Like in Ghana, in Nigeria, they host a night or a day in commemoration of Women's History Month, not just the day, where they celebrate women, they recognize the work that they do and how they contribute towards social change, how they contribute towards development and all of that. So I said to myself, why are we not having this in the Gambia? Why are we doing things differently? Because this is a day that is set aside to celebrate women, but it's like we're still slacking behind, and there's something that we need to do. So that was one of the reasons why we thought of the She Awards, and we thought this is something that we need to do. It's a day that we need to celebrate women, and we need to shed light to the achievements that they've made over the years.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, when did you start doing this? I mean, the She Award. I mean, because we've been celebrating Women's Day for a very long time in this country. And when did this thing come to your mind? I mean, for you to start the She Award?
Yes, so I've been working in a lot of spaces related to women's rights. And personally, I was able to identify that there was a gap, because we're always fighting for, you know, women inclusion. We're always fighting for gender equality. But I didn't really see something that was celebrating the work that women was doing. So for me, that was a gap in the work that we were doing. So in somewhere around 2018 to 2019, the idea of the She Awards came to me, and I started talking about it to a few of my friends, and they thought it was brilliant. And I also reached out to a couple of women-led organizations they were like, wow, why didn't we think about this? Because in as much as we're doing this work, in as much as we're trying to promote women's rights, I think the idea of celebrating women would also promote women's rights. Because it's like, okay, we're all doing this work, but we're not recognized for it. And that doesn't also encourage us to do more. And that leaves the young girls with less inspiration, because they're not seeing what the other generation of women are doing to get inspired and to do more. So in 2019, we started the whole work, and we started profiling women in history. We started profiling the Augusta Jawaras, the women that were here before us. Because for me personally, I feel those were women that led the way. Even though they're not here, they paved the way, and they're the reason why we're doing all this now. So we started profiling them on our social media platforms, and we started celebrating them. And in 2020, we organized the first ever Women's Awards in the Gambia. And this year, we're looking forward to the second edition.
All right.
Wow, interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, so Kinta, what has been the response? I know the nominations were open at some point, you know, and there are different categories. You can take us through some of the categories, you know, as well as how has been, you know, just people reacting to the whole process.
Okay, so basically we've been through, when you talk about the categories, you have the Woman of the Year. This is basically looking at a role model that a lot of girls will look up to, who have really worked hard this year, the past year, and we're looking at the Woman in STEM Award, the Legal Practitioner of the Year. We are also looking at Academicia, the Sisi Sawane Award, because we must say, I know we've not come to that, but Sisi has played a crucial role when it comes to the She Awards Gambia, and her legacy still lives on. And as our rightfully mentioned, we are not just looking at the fight towards getting women there and the fight towards helping the next girl child get there, but also celebrate women who are in this fight and women who are being looked up to. And we also have other categories. We have a lot of categories actually.
There are a lot.
And people have already sent in their nominations, and the nominations have already closed. So we have jury that are going to look at it. It's an independent jury that are going to work all by themselves and look at these categories and shortlist them. So once they are shortlisted, the shortlisted individuals will be sent emails, and when they are sent their emails, they will be sending in their profiles, and then we are going to showcase these are the shortlisted individuals. So
I will just get in there before you proceed, before I forget. I want to know if we're going to know the judges. Are we going to know the judges? Because I can remember the last time we didn't know people, like the judges weren't out there. So is that going to be the same thing for this year as well?
Yes, so unlike other awards, we would like to keep our judges anonymous, because personally I feel like this is what is going to keep their independence. And you know, I would always like to confirm or say that the judges are people with the experience and all the qualification and everything that is required to really sit and decide with regards to the selection process. But when it comes to having them out there, that is really something that we've thought about for the first edition. And this time again, we're really trying to keep them anonymous, because it's not just like we're the only ones doing it. It's the same in Ghana. They keep their judges anonymous because it helps the judges to make a fair decision. Like Jay doesn't know who you don't know who the judge is, or who is this or who is that. You will not be able to talk to them or tell them, oh, this is my profile, this is that. And that keeps them more independent, for them to know that, okay, I am selecting this person based on their work and not because they know I am part of this committee or I am doing this or that. So, but yeah, we keep them anonymous.
And again, I just wanted to know, how do you do this? Because are you looking at what the individual has done in a specific year? Because then if we make it general, how are we supposed to know what impact what person has done, Kinta? So are you looking at, for example, because the award is happening now, are you looking at what the person has done in 2020 or 2021 to award the person for 2022? Because at least, you know, we need to know how.
Yes. So because 2022 is a short period, and from January to March, you can't really look at what a person has done to be able to award them based on that. So it's usually based on the previous year or the previous years. So someone can be outstanding in 2021 or from 2021 down. Yes, and it could also be inclusive of 2022, but because it's a very short span, you can't really just look at that to, you know, base it on that. But on previous work as well.
Let's talk about the award. I mean, how are you planning to expand this? I mean, it's like from listening to your conversation, you are only dealing with people that are around this end. We have a whole lot of women leaders in the rural area. We have a whole lot of women that are playing very important roles in their communities. And these people, we are not hearing about them.
Yes. Right. I always like it when I have conversations and you raise these kind of things, because it was part of the things that was raised in the first edition. And because of that, we're improving as well. So we've... the Sisi Sawane Award, if you look at the nomination form, the description for it is that it is recognizing women in the rural Gambia, because we believe one of the legacies that Sisi left was that she was a person who believed in empowering young people, and not just young people, but was also focused in the rural Gambia. So one of the categories is looking at women in the rural Gambia and how well they're doing outstandingly well. And also the nominations are not just looking at women here. If you know someone that is outstanding and you know they're in the rural Gambia, for instance, personally, I got to know about a lot of women in the rural Gambia through this process. I didn't know that the Alcalo of Njawara was a woman that is doing outstandingly well. So I got to know her through all this process. Amazing. So we also encourage people to send in nominations of not just people that are around the urban Gambia, but in the rural Gambia. So because of that, we're also dedicating categories that specifically look at women that are in the rural Gambia. So it's not just...
Well, it will be fair for us to at least put them in our words, because when we say Women's Day, I mean, it has to do with everybody.
Yes, definitely.
So that's why I
definitely. Inclusivity is very important, and that is one of our goals. We're working towards that, to have every woman included, and to also know that, okay, so that is something that we're
So how far have you gone, I mean, in preparation for this award? And what are some of the things that you are working on currently? Are you partnering with other organizations? Do you have people sponsoring?
Yes, yes. So we have partners and sponsors.
Don't mention sponsors.
I should just mention.
Wow, nañu sponsors yi na sponsors yi ñoo advertise ak ñun yow tamit nakala balde
J platform am bi
yow tamit na sponsors yi ñoo fay ñu ñoo wax seen tur.
You have partners.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Take us through the process of getting partners. I know it's very difficult in this country.
It is.
I mean, you go out to an organization. Mansuma event bi.
Wow.
I will go and tell you to sponsor, and you will sponsor.
Yeah, but it's difficult.
Wow, so it's very difficult.
No, it is.
And you know the thing is, it's entertainment, and this is something serious. People sometimes do not want to put their money into something serious, and you know, there's a difference.
The funniest thing is, they want to be seen, they want to be known, but
through
they
entertainment.
They don't want to partner.
That is true. I think partnership and sponsorship is always, you know, a difficulty in this country, especially for young people. But, you know, I always say that the future is bright and we have a long way to go. But yeah, we do have partners and sponsors, but regardless of that, if there's anyone out there that would still like to support or, you know, just have something that they can add on to the initiative, they're welcome. And we've really gone far with the preparations, and we're holding it at the Sadauda Kerabajawara International Conference Center on the 5th of March 2022. 6 p.m. Inshallah.
Amazing.
Yes.
So I'll ask you this question, Kinta. I know the last time you came on Youth Dialogue, the first edition that you organized, I asked you, I said, are you just banking on just organizing an awards every year, or do you want to go further with She Awards to do extra things? So how far with that? Are you working on just, you know, getting out of that box of just organizing awards every single year and just have to wait every year? That's boring to me. I don't know. So is that what you're planning?
Is that for me?
No, it's for her actually.
Not really, because I know last year, if you would follow our social media platforms, last year during the pandemic, we were not able to host the second edition. But if you would follow the social media platforms, you would see that women were actually celebrated online. And most of these women their profiles were actually online, and you could see the great work that they have done. Most of us never knew that they even existed. Some of them are late, but some of them are still living, and they are old now. And you could see the legacy that they left behind, which is going to help to inspire another girl child that is out there who will say, okay, if she was able to do this in the 90s or in the 80s, how about me in this 21st century? So we are expanding. It does not just necessarily mean every year, every March, we'll just come and celebrate these women and award and say, okay, we are nominating Jainaba Awa and we are nominating Ibrahima. And at the end of the day, Jainaba is the most outstanding woman when it comes to media. And that's it. No, it does not stop there. And in future, we plan to expand because everything that you start, it's a pilot program. And as we are starting, we are growing in it, and we would expand by God's grace.
All right, so looking forward to the expansion, because I think it is important. It's, you know, the fact that you have a whole structure, I just feel like there's a lot you can do that is beyond just organizing awards.
Definitely. That's a discussion we had, and you know, we keep having conversations around how we can visit most of these women and, you know, have videos of their work and the outstanding things that they're doing and put them out there. And not just about awarding them, but having them, you know, written in history and all of those things. So these are things that we're looking forward to, and we hope with partnerships and support that we will go far with this process.
All right, that is amazing. I've been following the different social media pages and just seeing the work that you've been doing. So looking forward to this. Ibrahima, mama nominate nañ ma. Waxal si man yow.
War nañ la nominate.
Man xaw ma ne yéen la di yéen a ma waroon a nominate ngeen toog. Nominate leen ma ñoomin Aliou Diallo ñoomin Korka.
dañ ko war a
man xam naa ne nominate leen ma da ngeen xamul ne sax dara ngi xew si dëkk bi.
So what is the deadline? Is it already?
Jeex na mënatuloo maa nominate.
Close na ba pare.
Close na.
Otherwise na wala doon lifi.
jeex na tak soo ma gisutee si liste boobu nag ngeen xam ne yéen a ma nominate.
nañ xaar ba next year.
ba next ma toogati xaar ba next year
rek.
waaye loolu dina ñaaw de.
ñu gën a defaru.
baax na nañ defaru yàlla baax na.
I was actually nominated during the first edition.
Yes,
and, I was really happy that a lot of young ladies were actually nominated, especially when it comes to the media.
You know, I am happy now. At least Jigeni, they are trying very well. I mean, these are things that empower women. I mean, now I can see our generation. I mean, the women are not just confined to the home. They are going out and doing things. At least people are hearing them. It's different now. But still now you have a lot of work to do. Because if you go to the provinces, you've traveled to the provinces, you've seen the way women live.
Yes.
I mean, I think, I mean, a lot of work should be done to show these women, at least you have a voice. You have, even our religion gave rights to women. I mean, so I think it's important. But it's
I think Islam empowers women.
At some point, I mean, people tend to misunderstand this thing. I mean, they'll try to put religion, they'll try to white paint it in such a way that I mean, religion is suppressing women. So it's not like that. So I think you people, you have a whole lot of work to do.
So before our leaves, congratulations. She just graduated from the bar. bar school.
Wow.
You know,
Thank you.
so I just want to know, just share your experience with us a little bit before you leave about just going through law school in the Gambia and going through the bar. Dega na dañ leen dee bully nag si bar school bi. How man dega la.
My lecturers are listening.
Okay, kon ñu bàyyi boobu ñu fàtte ko ñu tegee ko boor.
So, you know, for me, the bar was a challenging and a humbling experience. I say this all the time. Every person that has gone through the bar, you're not going with humility. Because every single day, that is what they teach us. And they teach us not just to be humble where we are, but also in our engagements with other people. So personally, for me, it was a life-changing journey. As, you know, in as much as it was challenging, it was hard. I had to do things that I you know, throughout my academic career, it was the hardest. I had to leave my home. You know, I had to
Just
you
do
know,
a lot
stay
of
the
crazy
whole night.
things,
Yeah, man, no more begin
Yeah.
You know, some days we stay the whole night. You have to take coffee and things that were not even healthy. Just you know, just so you could study, because there's no way you can make it through bar school without studying very, very hard. So you know, if you're used to, you know, the normal academic journey, and then you go to bar school, they're like, yo, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. So yeah, the bullying and all of it, it's there. But it was a good experience, and it's always a proud moment. So also the journey has also made me really put more respect to the journey and everyone that has gone through it. Now when I see my seniors or people that have, you know, I say, oh my God, I respect this person, because it's only a person with so much discipline that can go through this journey and come out really successful. So
ñu ne lawyers yi da ngeen bari xajaan. Lawyers yi ñu ne dañ bari xajaan de suñ fi solee seen gown def seen man ñii ñooy tax man ma dem study law. Trust me, ñii ñooy tax.
Wala suma nit ki moom mu ngi ñoo xajaan.
Man ñii ñoo lawyer yi uyu ma foo leen gis ñun suñ profession bi dafa noble dafa nii. Man foog ma dem ñun journalism ñun suñ profession bi noble. Su dul ñun ndax ñoom dinañ feeñ.
I am not surprised. I mean, all of these things that you've gone through the law school. Moo tax mostly lawyer boo gis mu ngi humble. Because man musuma xam li. Ma foogoon ne just the normal way nga dem jàng wax ne ñibbi. Okay? So foog nga humble. Moo tax lawyer yu bari dañ humble.
Ba pare after here so they have another step. Comme they are like different steps involved. So moo tax guys suñ pare ñu dee soo seen gown yi defaru di dox with class. Di ñu wan ne ñoom dafa am process yu bari.
I have struggled for this.
Man maa la gën a struggle. Man dama dee mer ma dama leen dee war a su ko defee ñu ne yéen journalist ngeen ñu ñooy lawyer. Anyway, we're all in this together. It's connected.
And we can't do without each other.
Exactly. Ñun journalist bi ñun suñ nekkee si problème si lawyer bi la ñoo dem. Lawyer bi su soxlee publicity si case am si ñun la moo ñëw. So obviously we are all together in this.
Absolutely.
And it's not about law or journalism. It's just generally how much we need lawyers in our lives. The thing is, the bottom line is lawyers are very, very important in a country. So thank you so much for all that you do, you know, when it comes to the She Awards. Looking forward to the ceremony. I'll come over to support because we are all obviously in it. Whoever is recognized, it's us that are being recognized because we do not know who that person is motivating down in rural Gambia. I'm going to nominate Manak. So, buñ ma fa gisut bu leen ma laaj dara. Bu fi wax mu ngi nii toog naan daf laa tooñ kii dara la si xamul ne sa loolu exist na mu ngi nii. Thank you so much. So Kinta, any final words before we leave?
I would just want to say it's an event not only for ladies. Everyone is invited. Please just get your tickets. Regular tickets are going to be on sale by next week, probably by end of week, and we'll put that on our social media platforms. And there are also patron tickets. So there are no VIP tickets. So jarut go ñu scare ñu ragal because am nga ñoom loolu moo nekk problème when it comes to jënd ticket dañu daw
kii borom kii uyuma
non dinaa woo
pétrole la sax
non na ma ko jox rek
jeena su la ko joxee nga pétrole ñaata la sax
that's the $1,000
come with your wives and come with your children so that they will be inspired because xam nañ ne most of yéen am ngeen doomi jigéen xam nga ñoo leen di tera.
Wow, and the last time, and all of these people were so supportive.
Yes.
You know, I'm wishing you all a very, very successful event.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll go for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we will head right onto the Click segment. Do stay tuned.
everything I touch turns into light. I am the light at the end of the tunnel, and my technology is the answer. I am the happiness in your life. I keep you connected, and I am Q-Power. I am Q-Cell. I am Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow. Call 111 for more information.
Begin your SUV life. S-Pass Motors, the new authorized dealer for Kia. Visit us today or call us on 3522-222, 353-2222.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. Q-Cell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
nga noro tarale birin dunia be datila ada ben na baluwo konole nsulata norol pour kan na dokuwol ke kan na bungol lo kan na fengol fi hanim fanan kan na kanunyol je noro ka kuol sone yande woto Q-Cell ya Q-Power sanya kutole nati isela kas power sotono katabake anin yin Q-Cell la yin code kuto ila dunia malandi anin yin star 363 has katabake hanna tara ibela suwo kono ila office ko anin dulalo star 363 has command sign Q-Power ke la dunia malandi Q-Cell suñu boss ntolle nga silo walang dole mol noma
nga jot sa xaalis si num gëna gaawé te yobba légui ak Ria mun nga jot sa xaalis bayeko sa bitim réew si sa Q Money te do si fay dara bo joté ab xibaar si sa téléphone bi ne jot nga koppar bu bayeko sa bitim réew mun nga dem seet Q Money agent bu la gëna jege jot sa xaalis te do si fay dara bu la neexee mun nga ko jëndé crédit Q-Power wala jëfandikoo ak yeneen Q Money service yi gaaw na wóor na te noppale na pour am si lu la wóor woñu si 133 Q Money suñu kalpe lii dafa ànd ak sarta
I am the light goddess.
Welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now, Ibrahim, we're heading right on to the click segment.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mom, T-shirt to QTV, la ñu dooral tey.
Of course, man. You know, Bala told me I look like a field worker today. I'm glad, at least I look like one today. But I didn't sleep home yesterday, though. And good morning.
Is that line
Why
a designer?
should you say that?
It's, yeah, it's like
No, hold
How
on.
can you do
Jay,
that?
is that line a designer on the shirt that I'm seeing? That from the QTV down. It's a designer.
Tay don best be ngay wax ne yow fanalu lo on TV.
Of course, I'm sleeping at home today. So, Hamga, Valentine's. You guys are all welcome, man. Wish you guys happy Valentine's, man. I'm scared when this music. And my guest today is Pinky Dope. Welcome on the show, bro.
Yo, bro. Yes, assalamu alaikum everyone. Yeah, my new people come them get set on QTV right now. Yeah, Pinky Dope boy all the way from Dipakunda.
The boy making waves right now, man. This guy is making waves, man. Today is Valentine's Day and we're having Pinky Dope, Mr. Pink. It's a pleasure having you, bro.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, first of all, let's talk about you and your music career. Lately, you've been dropping music, you've been dropping good visuals and music videos.
Yeah.
And that alone is making the Gambian people to recognize your music and the good work you put in the music as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm like, actually, you know, I've dropped 8 videos in 7 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like...
One of the hardest upcoming artists, working upcoming artists.
Yeah. So like my breakthrough song was the Wadi Bokunda song, and that was my first video.
Yeah, I saw ST, Big Banga and others.
Yeah, ST was on the video and Big Banga.
Yeah.
YD and Dope Kid too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about you as a musician. Yeah. How have you been coping so far? Because I know being a musician is not easy.
Yeah.
You have other side work that you're doing and you have to focus on the music as well. So how have you been coping so far with your work and music?
Right now I'm doing only music right now. Yeah. I was a barber too before, but I left it.
You left the barbing thing?
I left the barbing thing now.
Because of the music, man.
Yeah, yeah.
For real, bro. Now, you from Dipakunda, sorry.
Yeah.
Right, and you dropped a video about the hood itself, the life you've been through, and other stuff that are going on in the hood as well.
Yeah.
What are the support you're getting from the people from Dipakunda?
Yeah, I'm like, Dipakunda, everyone in Dipakunda is supporting me right now, I can say that. Yeah, and that's the main reason why like I'm launching my EP at Manjai Park. Because right now I'm the first like artist like of my age or my level right now to organize a show in Manjai Park. No one has ever done it like, you know, before. So it's because of Dipakunda I have the guts to do that.
Now let's talk about your music video, man. Mbappe. The EP.
Yeah.
For real, man. The name, you know the name, people keep asking me, why do you choose the name actually?
Yeah, Mbappe. You know, Mbappe was born in '98.
Okay.
And that was the last time like France took the World Cup. You know, they took the World Cup in '98.
Yeah.
So from then they haven't taken the World Cup until 2018. Okay. And 2018 it was because of Mbappe they took the World Cup. And that time Mbappe was 18 years when he took World Cup.
Yeah.
So Mbappe has done like something that even Messi and Chris has never done before.
Yeah.
With all their trophies like the Ballon d'Ors and the other things, but they haven't taken a World Cup before.
Yeah.
And the World Cup is the biggest trophy.
Yeah.
So Mbappe in the Gam music, despite all like the trophies that their Chris's and the Messi's are taking, I'm going to like...
No, we don't have Chris and Messi.
No, we have Chris
we have Jizu, we have Atan.
Wow, not to
so what you trying to say?
No, like...
Exactly.
Like, why send Messi, I send Chris dal. Dina def lo xamne defuñ ko. Despite all sent trophy you guys am yep.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah, so
now, you drop a video from the EP.
Yeah.
But let's watch the video first, and we'll talk about the video after this quick break. Okay. Let's watch Mbappe from Pinky Dope.
Hey, Dope Squad, Mbappe the EP. Overtake, then get overtake. Overtake, yeah, we overtaking, yeah. Overtake, then get overtake. Overtake, yeah, we overtaking, yeah. Come Mbappe, hole ñu Mbappe. Ñu ngi def lu yëngal aduna gaay di ko gis di gëna dé ak gàcce. Come Mbappe, hole ñu Mbappe. Ñu ngi def lu yëngal aduna gaay di ko gis di gëna dé ak gàcce. Overtake, ñu ngi overtake, yeah, we overtaking, yeah. Beneen level doo ma xamee, yegg si rek door di gagné. Toj aduna comme Mbappe soo ma xamut bul ma contacté. Dope kita Pinky Dope si benn tune te rek rappa yi deyati. Te la seen xol yi di baxati dëkk bi waxati gem bi mu jaxati. Rappa yi munuñ te nangu ñu bàyyi dama leen sib cem lakkati. Munoo toog suñu biir toogal si biti naaj bi di la lakkati. Den ma ragal be di loxati luñ fi roof yëpp ma door di ko lokati. Lu tilim dinaa ko setal lu ñuul yëpp ma xonxal ni tomate lokati. Overtake, nge overtake. Overtake, yeah, we overtaking, yeah. Come Mbappe, hole ñu Mbappe. Ñu ngi def lu yëngal aduna gaay di ko gis di gëna dé ak gàcce. Come Mbappe, hole ñu Mbappe. Ñu ngi def lu yëngal aduna gaay di ko gis di gëna dé ak gàcce. Overtake, ñu ngi overtake.
you go and try yours. Keep hating on me, Lulu do wanna dev that as a boss. I know you envy, I'm like money, you dreamy. You wanna be me, you blind, you can't see.
That's the video, man. Mbappe.
Yeah.
It's making waves out of town, man, to be honest, man.
Yeah, so.
It's a good video. The concept and the visuals are really, really nice, man.
Yeah,
Now, let's talk about the concept. Who did the concept and who did the video?
All of my videos, I can say, I'm the one who give the concepts to the videos.
The producers?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, that's, you are the one who wrote the song and you are the one who
you have a better idea of your
Obviously,
song.
you should know how you want your video to be, to look like or to be. Even the video that I dropped last night.
We're gonna play it, man.
Yeah, that video also it's my concept too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who did the video for you?
This video was done by Ann Visuals.
Ann Visuals, you're doing good, man. I'm proud of you, bro. To be honest, I keep saying this. As a young guy like you going international, man. You taking the music to another level, man. To be honest, man. Now let's talk about the EP, Mbappe itself, man.
Yeah.
How many songs are in the EP and how many collabos?
We have 8. EP consists of 6 songs.
Exactly.
But we added 2 bonus tracks in the EP, so it's gonna be 8 songs, 4 collabos, 4 singles.
Who are the people you're having collabos with?
The collabos are Attack.
Yeah. What's the name of the song title with Attack?
Blow. That song was recorded just last night.
Nice.
So that was the only song that was delaying the
EP itself.
right now, yeah. Right. Because Attack was on some projects.
Yeah, it was on his show at Basse and tour as well.
Yeah, and his album also. The album launching.
And Attack and who?
Attack, I have Hussein Dada also.
Alright.
And I have Big Banga.
Okay.
And this one, Mbappe Doki.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
For real, man, you going levels, and I'm proud of you, man. I like the way you're taking the industry to another level, bro.
Yes,
now, let's talk about you being a musician and the marketing setup in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Now, how did musicians like you try to market your music out there to the fans?
Yeah, we market our music through WhatsApp, sharing our stuff on WhatsApp, and through the media also, Instagram. Yeah.
So, but I think you should have a management team that takes care of your distribution of music, videos, and other stuff like that.
Yeah, I have not signed a distribution deal with any,
now I'm suggesting to you one thing. If you're watching, I think you should always give chance to the upcoming artists, man, because you're one of the most key distributors when it comes to Gambian music industry. You do the music distribution, so I think you should be giving them chance as well.
Yeah.
Sign deal with them, even if they're gonna pay you and after every show. I think it's something you should take as well. So the plug, please look into these people that are coming up as well. Sign a contract with them to be distributing their music. They also need exposure.
Yeah.
People like this guy, they're doing great. Other people as well are doing great in the industry, man. So I believe if you really put support in them, they're gonna get there one day. And now let's talk about the song that you dropped last night, man.
Yeah.
It's a fire, man. The video is nice.
Yeah, Mangi Deger King. Just showing them Mangi Deger King.
So I want you to premiere that song today.
Yeah.
I want you to premiere it right on QTV and on the morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's premiere the song.
Alright.
Introduce it to the fans out there.
Okay.
Introduce the song, bro.
Deger King is the second song that we released in the EP yet.
Yeah.
From Mbappe, we came to Deger King. So from Deger King right now, we want to drop all the songs once.
With visuals as well?
Yeah. No, not all of them are gonna have visual, but maybe 2 or 3 will have visual. Then after the EP, we should.
Let's watch this video, and when we're back, we'll continue the interview.
Lolen fi waye man teguma len di def suma defande yeguma len yeguma demuma gisuma bayle ñu talaba xamuma len ni ga dama ñop toj sen game taluma money taluma fame fake rapa yeb ma lem sen game pinki dog legi moy sen king mangi deger king pinki dog ngi deger king legi mala ñep di waxanto taluma len ni ga ak sen gang mangi deger king pinki dog ngi deger king rapa yi dama uté gaay ñon dañoo rap comme kumbempeng maniga Mbappe di ipi budale sa kaw dinga tiya sa ndiga maniga dega sa kër dingo dega sa deka dingo dega sa ndika dole ne teglu fi gaay di teglu sen fancy sa xam ne de ngeen soof yena si biti di soof waaye xam ngeen ne man ak yeen kese may sen boss def sen boppa ñu ngi jàppale nekku ndi jàppale luñ am def sen boss rapay bari over stupid yo bu leen nursery school sa Angel Force mangi deger king pinki dog pinki deger king legi mala ñetti waxanto talu male niga ak sen king mangi deger king pinki dog pinki deger king rapa yi dama ute gay ñon dañoo rap comme kumbem peng maniga pape di ipi bu dale sa kaw dinga tiya sa niga maniga dega sa kër dingo dega sa deka dingo dega sa ndika rapay ma topa I dof leen léegi ma bokka si top 10 rite ma soo mu ne top 10 toppaleen ma rek ma cop leen den ma gis rek ñu jóg dem man kenn du ma tere dem ndawal laa ñi cere leen ñi dee leen ma ne bere leen maa ngi dëgër keng pinki dóob mu ngi dëgër keng léegi ma la ñëpp di waxantoo talu ma leen ñi nga ak seen keng maa ngi dëgër keng pinki dóob mu ngi dëgër keng rapa yi dama utee gaay ñoom dañoo rap comme kumbem peng.
That's Pinky Dope, man.
I like
That's
that line.
Exactly. King.
Yeah, you know, I mean, looking at Pinky here and watching his videos, I mean,
they're two different things.
I don't know why. But his music is up there.
Yeah.
You know, and Pinky is here. His music, some music dafa made.
What are you trying to get at?
Hana dafa melni yow so started di woy dang de neka benen façon nit. Because the thing that I'm seeing here is standard and unique.
Okay. Wa Pinky mu ngi tayal daal.
Dafa fanaan studio.
Amut energy si studio.
Mo dafa fanaan studio.
Man guddi bi yëpp moom mun naa wax ne nelawuma daal waaye si job bi rek.
Yaa ngay job.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Now let's talk about this music video.
Yeah.
The visuals, the production, the song itself, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, bro.
Yeah, I'm like just trying to show them like before and now is different, you know. At least I cannot help myself in all ways, but on videos and songs, at least like I'm having some backups. Yeah, so before them don't uti like ndimbal si ñeneen ñoo xam ne like doo ko dee mun a am even recording ak lu xam nga. So ñooñu lay try pour waxal nii right now ma leen di wone like maa ngi dëgër king.
Maanaam yaa ngi gaaruwaale.
No du gaaruwaale musique la comme sa naxar da nga ko dee voice out si musique bi.
Okay.
Yeah, doo mun a ñëw like nga face nit ki nga ko wala leneen waaye soo amee naxar as an artist. Waaw da nga ko voice out si sa song si.
Yo, like, let's talk about your relation with other Gambian artists. How is it like? You're a Gambian artist.
Yeah, man mun naa wax ne sax man bokk naa si artistes yoo xam ne like ñoo gën a comme am relation ak artistes yëpp man ama dis ak benn artiste Gambia. te artistes yi Gambia yëpp suma waay leen everybody ST du Jizzle ñoo Attack Hussein Dada everybody. Yeah, because soo bàyyee waa Dibakunda bi ñoo ST ñoo ne video la rek waaye ñëw na comme loolu rek is.
To show love as well. To show love as well.
Yeah, so
you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about you. I believe you're not signing to any label yet.
No.
I know you're looking out for labels that want to come and sign in, man. For real, man.
Not for now.
Why? You wanna be an independent artist?
I wanna be an independent artist.
You think that's a good idea?
For now, is a good idea.
Okay. If you wanna sign my brother here, link me up, man. Let's sign the contract. Let me have my own share as well. I'm going to convince him. He's going to sign to you guys, man. Now, let's talk about your fan base, man. Your fan base as an artist. How are they helping up your career?
Yeah, my fan base, like, they're always there for me, right? You know, I'm having 3 group chats, and each group chat is consisting of 257 people, and all those people are, like, part of my fan base. Yeah, you know, like, I'm different. I'm a different artist. Some artists are like, they are artists who have deka Dibakunda or deka area. Why? People out there xam nañ ko waaye koñ boobu noonu like he's not repping the koñ wala koñ bi xamuñ ko xam nga loolu dafa bari na even the biggest artists yoo xam ne
it's everywhere
ñu ngi over big si Gambia waaye koñ mun dëkka day xam nga nekkoon di rep koñ bi plus like koñ bi sax nekkoon ñëpp a leen xam waaye man dama nekk artiste boo xam ne like suma full koñ ñoo ma back.
But Balle, you remember when I was an artist when I was from South London? I used to rep them full time.
From London?
From London, man, for real, man. So I think I should be repping your hood as well, man.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Give us some freestyle from the EP, and then we call it a day, bro.
Yeah. I'm like, everybody wanna know my character. They wanna connect me. I'm not an adapter. I'm raised by my parents, not an adapter. I wanna change my life, open new chapter. They say my life is like a movie. I'm an actor. Everybody's sick now. I'ma be a doctor. I'm the man of the year. Ask your daughter. You don't wanna see me online off your data. One day, nigga, I'ma be like my son.
Hey, you should off it, man.
Mane,
you don't wanna.
Bala mo tago. dama bëgg a jaxase you know me I like making jaxase in this
no, it should be
am na artiste yu fi taxaw ñu ne ñoom ñooy yàlla game gi so what did you say about that te yow nga ne yaa ngi dëgër king ba pare yaay Mbappé
exactly
am na ñu fi ne ñoom ñooy yàlla game gi ba léegi man mënuma understand
ñoom seen poñ leen teg noonu rek loolu poñ laan la rek nekkul ne comme
so yow poñ bi yëngalut la
non yëngalu ma
non yow yëngal na la
so yow tey suñ la defaloon programme pour nga dem ak kii ni face to face ak attaque di nga nangu
man Gambia xam nga man lu ma starté music man design laa starté
no Buba we should start having rap battle here
so yow ñeme nga attaque ñeme nga rap battle ak attaque
man
no let's fix grill bro and him
man Gambia ragaluma kenn man maa mun Gambia yëpp si rap when it comes to rapping
okay
amul like
okay ala yàlla game gi
yàlla game
waaw baax na we should start having rap battle here.
No, obviously I'm going to make sure we have a rap battle here.
Yeah.
Even if it's going to be once in a month, we should have it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's always fun, you know, when you have two artists clashing together, bringing on the fire, man. And trust me, I'm saying a happy Valentine's to everybody out there. Keep watching the morning show, and I love you, baby. Keep watching the morning show as well.
So who is coming today?
My baby.
Mention name.
No, I only have one.
Mention name.
I only have one.
No, just mention name.
It's just one.
Yo, fan la tay.
Kan man.
Yo, wa.
Maa ngi suma ne
man suma kawlan ak suma tante Aliou Diallo. Ma xool. Man Aliou Diallo suma nekk lay nekk tey. Tek suma tablette di read suma read des suma def.
My advice.
Jabari Korka.
My advice.
Ku nekk Korka dafa sey.
Bale.
Korka tiye leen ko.
My advice, yeah. Anybody that receive a call from Aliou Diallo tonight, don't pick.
Man daal taamu naa Aliou Diallo de suma digilal sant yàlla may read news. Sant yàlla may read news.
Yàlla na am lockdown.
Sant yàlla may read news. Till we come your way tomorrow with another interesting program. Bye for now.
Bye.
hadamadin ila nyantolum preji kendomi annun ji senango adabe hadamadun la baluwole kono annun hadamadun ka fengo fengo dundi akono kono ayanda ke ku senango ay ke kuti mi yalla ko ata hadamadun mantora madum one stop water solutions limited ibi jande Gambia banko kan andun ye fitarole natal mi yalla ko isala jol kende andi anu isa senen inatale pour ka ji kendo ji senango natale Gambia banko kan jio mi yalla ko atal mantora la annun jio diata ba one stop water solutions limited ye fitarole natal mi yalla ko alse muna fangano la alla pompol la jiol tenteng ya senendi coming alla fala nyame naketa pompoti bang abo holo fo nawek la pipe wala a filter sifa o sifa one stop solutions ya natalele 10-inch filter set of 3 ya sotalele filter mi yalo ko acid yota aya tenteng natara bankole ba kono fa kenyo wala kankan be bije sa be bon filter fana member ko 12-inch set of 3 filter mi yalo ko acid yota aya dada aya senendi mense beta alla jata kendato o fana sotale CTO block carbon filter o fana mu filter mi yalo ko acid chemical o bonnino jiol kono le mense bete alla jata kendeya filter mum boko CTO block carbon mensi jiola chemical be bondi akono pour alla jata kendeya sahen nim filter sabol be kili wo kili na pansundo ku na wata tankol fanan sotali kabirim 500 5000 fokata 10000 liters plumbing fittings fanan be mol bulle alsimol tarano sukuta highway Mariama Kunda Johnson wala isimol kubandi 505 5691 796 8270 one stop water limited solutions inatale ka jiko be sonende Gambia Banko